What's up, Bear Nation? Please excuse the wiper blade noise and the rain. You may note I'm wearing a poncho. This is the Frog Togs poncho that I love to hate and hate to love. It's unfortunately excellent. It's also like $12 at Walmart. The one size fits all amorphous gray greenish color. It's raining in Oklahoma and Arkansas right now. It is pouring rain. It has been, and the context around what I'm doing out playing in the rain is highly classified on behalf of a brother whose trust I would never want to betray. But suffice it to say, it got me thinking about y'all. What do you carry for foul weather gear in your bug out bag, in your get home bag, in your rucksack? So I've got this poncho currently, and boy, I'm glad I have this poncho. Because I'm wet, but I'm not near as wet as I could be if I didn't have this poncho. You know, and there's you can do all the bushcrafty things with a poncho. You can make your, bushcraft shelter or whatever, right? You can do that. You can also just not get sopping wet, which is my goal currently, is to not get sopping wet. Now, it's not chilly outside, but this would be even more imperative if it was cool to cold outside. Being wet would be a major issue. But point being, I've got something with me in my vehicle to deal with torrential rains and my need to be out in it currently. So I just wanted to put a little bug in your ear about having some kind of weather gear in your bag, in your system, whatever. A lot of people don't. Nalgene. A lot of people do not have foul weather gear, Gore-Tex or poncho or anything of the sort in their kits. And so I just wanted to pass this little nugget on to you. Put some in your kit. If you don't, get some. They're not terribly expensive, and boy, you'll be super thankful that you have it. I know, I don't know currently, but I know back in the day, the Sportsman's Guide used to have those Swedish fleck-tarn ponchos for $8, something like that. So you can get milsurp, you can get brand new at Walmart, you can get all the blah blah blahs. I think it matters to a lesser degree what specifically you have than it does to a greater degree that you have something, something that's weatherproof, waterproof, just to keep the water off you, so that you don't compromise your positions of strength by getting sopping wet in the middle of a rainstorm if you have to be in the middle of the rainstorm. So yeah, just a quick little observation for y'all, something to consider. I mean, you can go as cheap as a 55-gallon drum liner and cut a head hole and armholes into it. That works for some people, it doesn't work for others. This Frog Togs is gigantic. I mean, I think it would easily cover 5X, 6X adult male. The smaller people will be swimming in this. I actually need to get a piece of paracord to use as a gather for this at the waist. It's big, but it also, I know from experience from doing the things, that it fits easily over my ruck, which is another thing we should talk about briefly. Have a pack cover for your ruck. They're like $20 on Amazon. The one I have is Woodland on one side and it's Coyote on the other. It's I believe Bluefield makes it, and I believe the reason Bluefield makes it is there's a giant Bluefield logo in the middle of the Woodland side of my pack cover that still needs to get spray painted so that it doesn't say blue field in white and blue in the middle of my pack, in the middle of the camo. But for 20 bucks, you know, it's a good buy. And it works great. The one that I got works great. So just to, you know, to keep you dry and keep the contents of your kit dry. And I guess while we're at it, have you considered dry bags? There's all kinds of dry bags you can get from all kinds of manufacturers. And for the lighter weight stuff, man, I think... Okay, just got an alert about flash flooding on my phone, and, you know, fat thumbed the phone that I was talking to. And so now we're going to start over. Dry bags. I think you can get Coleman dry bags at Walmart. I don't know if it's Coleman that makes them or somebody, but they have a kit that's like a red, a yellow, and a blue. I bought that a couple of years ago just to see how they do. I've yet to break one. Pretty good. And then you can get super high-speed dry bags from all the high-speed people as well. But having sensitive stuff, you know, electronics or things like socks inside dry bags, inside your kit, is a good way to go. You know, there's certain things you don't want to get wet. I like to keep a change of clothes in a dry bag in my ruck, and then that's my pillow. If I've got to overnight it somewhere, I've got a little dry bag with a little bit of padding in it, I've got a pillow. It's very nice, it's luxurious. So, there's the thing. Something to consider. Staying covered up when it's pouring rain. What do you have in your system that can facilitate that? And if the answer is nothing, then I would urge you to put something into that roll, and it doesn't have to be expensive. I mean, again, this poncho that I'm wearing right now is like 12 bucks. I've got $200 Gore-Tex in other systems, which is another thing. We should just point this out. The bag that I currently have in the truck, because of where I was and what I was doing, I did not grab my full-size rucksack. I've got the 511 Rush 24 back there with the, which is the Homestead Defender pack, or also now the Rapid Deploy Crisis Response Team pack. So, but it was set up, and it was set up purposefully, set up with the intent to provide several things, basic things, one of which being cover, and the cover portion of that kit is this poncho. So even though I don't have my normal ruck, you know, my everyday carry ruck that I take with me, I've got this bag, it's still got cover in it. So I'm still covered, literally and figuratively. So hopefully there's a nugget in there for you guys somewhere. I just wanted to throw this out there for you guys for your consideration. That maybe somebody might learn something, or it would spawn you to dig through your rucksack, your get home bag, your inch bag, whatever you call it, and take a look at what you got in there. And maybe it's time to add something, maybe it's time to take something out. So stay dry, ladies and gentlemen, stay dry. We have, I guess, you know, this will be the bow we tie in this conversation. We have teams deployed currently. I don't know when you'll see this video, but currently we have teams deployed in Arkansas and Oklahoma, and teams spinning up for Nebraska for disaster relief, all related to flooding. So if you'd like to assist in any way there, you can go to gofundme.com/bearnation. I've been blown away by the support we've seen thus far. We're still a long way from our goals. So thank you guys, thank you guys, thank you guys. Also, we do have a PayPal account, so if you do want to send some PayPal rather than the GoFundMe, you can email me November Tango X-Ray Mike Alpha Golf NTX Mag at Gmail. And if I know we have a lot of people interested in deploying in response to these disasters as well. So if you want to deploy, email me, let me know. We'll get you on a mailing list. You can also, probably the fastest way to do that, rather than doing the email thing, now I'm thinking about it, go to bearindependent.com/missions, and there's a sign-up form right there, bearindependent.com/missions. So, and if you come on a mission, bring a poncho. Bless y'all.